CEO of Redhawk Crescent Studios, which is a comic book and TV network. And this is the first episode of Blacklisted. And what Blacklisted is basically, it's a new podcast designed to talk about things in the Black community. Questions we feel uncomfortable talking about, and questions that we want to ask, but we don't ask. And so I always wanted to start a podcast. And I was like, man, what should I call it? So I'm going to call it Blacklisted. And this is episode 1. The question for episode 1 is simple. Do Black men and Black women love or hate each other? And are Black women stuck up? And if that's true, let's dive in. And also, keep in mind, I said those 2 questions, but I'm also going to ask the question on the men. Why do you hate Black women? And women, why do you love Black men or do you hate them? So, let's get into the juicy details. This is episode 1 of Blacklisted, copyright Redhawk Crescent Studios. Let's go. So guys, this is episode 1 of Blacklisted. Usually I would be in my studio, holding up everything with a tripod and all that, but I'm at my home and I'm in my room and I'm chilling at my house and I'm doing it like this. So you never know what Blacklisted is going to be at, but we'll be in a more professional setting later for more episodes. But anyway, the question of the day is, do Black men and Black women hate each other? And so I'm going to jump right into it by talking about the Black women. So I think Black women are the most beautiful women on earth. And what I mean by that is that people know the history of that. But the real breakdown is, I love all other women, by the way, too. So I'm not trying to single no race out. But because people do get butt hurt. And I tell it to you like it's raw and true. But Black women, you know what I mean? They are the backbones of the family. Let's be real. Black women have been through a lot. They've been subjugated basically their whole lives. Even before they come out the womb. Black women are required to be independent. Black women are required to be strong. Black women are required to basically be masculine. And I say that because the stigma around Black women are that they're too masculine, they're loud, they're obnoxious, they're always having kids, they're popping out babies left and right, they love the thug and bad boy mentality. And I think some of that stereotype is true, but I think some is wrong. And what I mean by that is I'm guilty of grouping a lot of Black women together as one. And I think a lot of Black men, they don't necessarily hate Black women. I think what it is, I think a lot of Black men wish Black women would just basically love them more, try to be there for them. And on the other side is, I feel like Black men are trying to want them to be more natural. And what I mean by that, I'm not talking about the hair or anything like that. Basically, love the skin they're in. Stop wearing European products. Love the hair they have. You know what I mean? And basically, you know, Black men don't want to deal with a Black woman's mouth. They feel like if a Black woman is loud, and keep in mind, I'm just giving you an example for what I hear and what people tell me. But a lot of Black men, you ask them like, hey man, you know, you like Black women? No, like some would say yeah, some would say they'll still stay down for a Black queen. But some of them will also say, no man, they're ghetto, too stuck up. Why do they always go for the thug type? And people like me, that's a hard working Black man that has their own job, going to school, no criminal record, STD free. Because let's be honest, a lot of y'all got a lot of STDs. Not the women, but a lot of y'all be slinging dick like that. Excuse my language. But you know, and they're just tired of it. So when they get with a white woman, it feels like a trophy. It feels like a prize. It feels like, oh crap, she's not gonna give me no sass back, and I can do whatever I want of her. Fellas, keep in mind, a Black woman is strong for a reason. They're not going to put up with the shit. So what I'm saying is, I think a Black man, the reason why they have issues with a Black woman is because simple. They feel like they want to be the man in the relationship. They can't run over them. They feel like, oh man, oh, she's going to check me for everything. I can't cheat on her. I can't do this and that. So let's flip it on the other side. I feel like Black women, Black women, what they do, I feel like a lot of Black women can be loud, can be boisterous, can be, do like the thug mentality guys. And a lot of Black men, you know, if they date a white woman or they date another race, they get called a coon. And, you know, I guess me, an example, I had a Black woman tell me, oh man, you're too proper. You talk too proper. I'm like, what? I talk too proper? I was like, dang. I'm like, well, I thought that's what you wanted. So I've been told I wasn't hood enough. I wasn't thug enough. You know what I mean? I don't even smoke weed like that. I don't smoke at all. I've been told I'm lame for not smoking weed. So when we hear that, it makes you want to go to a different type of race of women. And then that hate builds up, you know, that that self-hate. And there's a lot of self-hate going on in the black community. So I think that black men and black women both have faults. But I feel like the reason why black women give off that stigma of being so independent is because they're tired of being cheated on. They're tired of running after a man that's messing with Becky, is messing with Lala, that's messing with Niela, whatever you want to call it. And they want to build that family. I think a lot of black women do want to get married. They want to build that family. But it's like, man, how much longer do I have to put up with a guy that's degrading me, that's not dating his own race? And keep in mind, you can date whoever you want, but that's basically cheating on me, making me have kids, and don't want to be a father figure, don't want to be a father figure for the kids. And I think there's nothing more selfless and I think there's nothing more disgusting than a guy having a kid with a beautiful black queen, and that doesn't want to be in the light. How can you have kids and you don't want to be in your kid's life? I don't get it. Like, it's crazy. But some guys do that, and I think a lot of black women are tired of it. So that's why you have that masculine persona that gives off, and a lot of black women, are better off alone because they feel like, well, if I'm breaking my back and making sure you're straight and making sure the kids are straight, and you're going to leave me for this woman, then I have to do what I got to do. And I see that, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying, I'm not saying all black women are like that. I'm saying I see why the stereotype of them having that masculine persona, being loud, boisterous, and independent and all powerful. I get it, because they've been through a lot. And they're tired of it. They're tired of being subjugated to being this stuck up, bitter black woman when all they want is somebody to listen to them, have equal partnership in a relationship, and just love them and treat them with the same respect you would treat a white woman or Asian woman. So fellas, that's what it looked like from a black woman's perspective. I'm assuming this is my opinion. And black women, black queens, from a guy's perspective, from a guy's perspective, now it's y'all turn. A black guy doesn't want to always hear he's doing wrong. He doesn't always hear that he ain't shit, he ain't this and that. Just because you've been hurt before in your past by another guy doesn't mean that you have to bring that hurt to the next relationship, because you could be missing out on your blessing. Every guy is not perfect, but when you get a successful black man, that he may not be making as much as you or anything like that, but he's making sure that you, your kids, and that your family is good. Try to hang on to that, because not all black guys are thugs. Not all black guys want to be in the dope game. Not all black guys are athletes. But there are some good black men that really want to be with a black queen like myself, but they're just tired of always being told you're not thug enough. That means you also have self-hate when you don't agree to what you're saying, or that your mama is black, so how can you not date a black woman? All we want is for us to listen to us. But it's hard for a black man to express his opinion when we're from the womb. We've been taught like, yo, keep your feelings to yourself. You're a coward if you say anything like that. So I get it. It works both ways. So all I'm saying is a little more communication between the two, between black women and black men. There could be a lot of black families united, because there's nothing more powerful than a black family, a black queen, a black king together. We used to rule the world, guys, but that's a conversation for another day. But what I'm saying is, I don't think black men or black women hate each other. I think they're just tired of each other's bullshit. And I think the only way to have the black family, black back on top with the Asians, Hispanics, Indians, the foreigners, basically, is to basically communicate, and, have each side tell what they don't like, and then come together and compromise, and then build each other up. And me personally, a black woman will always be the most beautiful woman on the planet to me. There's other beautiful women. I get it. I love, don't get me wrong, I love white women too. They're beautiful too, but everything starts with a black woman. And also the best person on the planet is a black guy. And what I mean by that is that we go through so much, we're always building each other up. And what I ain't talking about knuckleheads that's out here doing stupid stuff. I'm talking about a successful black man that's working, or he's ambitious, or he wants to better himself. You unite those two together, man, you create another universe. And remember, it's not about the past. It's not about self-hatred I can't say self-hatred. It's not about the past. It's what you do in the present that determines the future. So black women are not stuck up. They're not bitter. They're just angry. Angry because they want to be with their black kings. but we got to get right. And black men don't want to date outside their race. They just want black queens to understand and take the time to get to know why they're going through the stuff they're doing. You know what I mean? Compromise. Remember, put a black queen, put a black king and a black queen together. That's royalty. And royalty equals dominance. And dominance equals a love and eternal love forever under Yahweh. So that's my thoughts on that. I kind of got sidetracked, but I think black men and black women don't hate each other. I just think that more communication will make the black family strong again. And this is my thoughts. And this is episode 1 of Blacklisted. Let's go.